In this section, we are going to cover off the ergonomically located main switches and controls, which have been grouped in a deliberate and logical way for ease of reference. Some of these features we will be demonstrating further out on the road in the driving sections. Let's start with this switch here. This will put on the reading light above the passenger seat. Next to this, you have the isolation switch for the reversing beeper. Here you have the switch for the nighttime running lights and cab interior lights. And next to this, you have the switch to unlock and lock the passenger door, and adjacent to this, the night heater. Below these, we have the charging and auxiliary connections for your device. Here you have the adaptive cruise control, or ACC. This is defaulted to on when engaging cruise control, but you can turn it off and back on using the switch. The switch adjacent allows you to decrease and increase the distance between yourself and the vehicle in front. Moving down, you have the switch for the self-leveler for the ECAS. And next to this is the lane departure warning system. This is defaulted to on, but you can turn it off depending on the road types. Next to this is the diesel particulate filter, or DPF switch. More on this is covered in the regeneration section. Here we have the truck navigation radio, or TNR, which can connect to your device via Bluetooth for media streaming. It does not connect as a hands-free phone. Below this, you have the hazard warning lights. Moving across, you have the switch for the traction control, or ASR, and this allows a little more slip on the drive wheels to get you moving on loose ground. And here is the hill start aid, which is fitted on all AS-tronic models. Moving down, we have the directional switch for the AS-tronic, drive, reverse and neutral, and the tortoise mode for both reverse and drive, which we will look at in more detail in the driving sections. Below this is the cabin temperature controls and the air conditioning and recirculation control switches. Here you have the traction aid, which you will find on 6x2 models only, and when operated will transfer the weight to the drive axle to get you out of that sticky situation. Next to this is the lift axle on 6x2 models, which when unladen allows for a longer tyre life. Here you have the diff lock, which has a thumb guard on it for safety reasons. The diff lock should only be engaged when the vehicle is stationary and in neutral. The PTO here can be either engine or gearbox driven. There are programmable features which allow the PTO to remain engaged or not whilst in drive depending on your operation. And here you have the menu control switch, which allows interaction with the DIP or driver's information panel, and we'll be looking at this in more detail later on.